Hey Wonder Friends, today we are going to draw the kindest fish in the sea, the angelfish. Now if you want to learn how to draw this angelfish right here, all you have to do is stay tuned right now.
Here we go!
Alright friends, so we are going to draw this angelfish, and I'm going to use two different Sharpies. I'm going to use this big fat chisel tip, and I'm going to also use this thin point. If you only have a pencil, that's fine. You don't need to worry about that. We're going to start with our page horizontal, and remember that you aren't going to draw just like me. You're going to draw just like you. If you make any mistake or you feel like I'm going too fast, just make sure you pause the video, rewind back, and start over again. All right, guys, so here we go. Start with our page horizontal. We're gonna try to keep this kind of right in the middle. And the first one you're gonna do is you're just gonna make a big swoopy line like so. And then we are going to bring this line back just like that. And we're gonna bring another line down just like that. Now we're gonna, remember this shape up here, we're gonna try to reverse it a little bit this way, and it goes like this. It goes down and back. So you end up with this like kind of funky shape that looks a little strange right now, but it will make sense, I promise. And then we're just going to bring this line down and stop. And we're going to bring this line down and stop right there. Now this is where it really starts to look like an angelfish, is we're going to put the tail on, and the tail, you guys can really kind of do any shape like that. This is just kind of like a backward C if you want to do that same kind of shape. Or maybe you want to add a bunch of different things in there. It's totally up to you. You do you. Have some fun with it. Is all I'm saying. All right, so I'm going to switch over to this little fine point one here. And the reason why for the fine point is there's some small details inside of this that I need to make sure that I can get in here, and the big thick one, it adds a little too much. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put a little bump right in here. That's just going to show kind of like the tail end of the fish, and we're just going to put some lines in here. You want to put more or less? You're up to you. It's your fish. You can do what you want. All right, and we're going to do another little thing here. So let's pretend that if we're going to draw a body shape here, we're just going to draw a line that kind of comes down like this. And the only reason why we're really doing this is just to kind of show where the fish's body would be. It doesn't have to be a solid line. You can break it up a little like I did here. You know, it's kind of up to you. And then we're going to put one line like this. And then let's put a sideways U right there. And this is like that side fin, and same deal. Let's put some lines on it. However many you would want to put on there, you can do that. Now let's get into making the face of this character. And we're just going to draw like a little line here just to kind of show like it's got little dimples. Now, we know fish don't smile like big like this, but we're making a cartoon fish, so we can do all kinds of stuff with it. And what you're going to do is back here, you're just going to start a line down and just connect that. And why we do this is because this is a way for us to show that the mouth is open on the fish, and it gives us a little bit of a more realistic kind of idea behind it. And then we're going to draw this little bump in here, and we're going to switch over to, just so I can get it easier, we're just going to color this in. So just color this in, guys. Have some fun with it. Color it in, and now we have it inside of a mouth. All right, 4 eyeballs. Super duper simple. 2 zeros. That's all we're gonna do. Put 1 0 right here. Put another 0 right there. And then let's just put some little dots in the middle there. Now our fish is looking right at us saying, hey, yo, what's up guys? I love swimming. I'm a fish. And then we can put some brows on there. Put your eyebrows on there anyway that you want. You can put some thick ones on there. You can put some thin ones on there. You can make those eyebrows any way that you want to. Have a good time with it. You can change the expression by turning one down. You can do all of those fun things. Now, instead of just making a solid fish, what's kind of cool about angelfish, if you've ever seen ones, they have all kinds of different designs on their fins and their bodies, which is kind of fun. And we're gonna do with this is I'm just gonna draw a line that just kind of like weaves down. It doesn't have to be perfect. But what you're going to do is if you get to the fin, make sure that you skip the line over, right? So you stop and skip over. That way that stripe stays behind. And we're going to do the same thing over here. remember, just like have some fun with it. It doesn't have to be a perfect shape or anything like that. I'm just gonna put 2 on there, have some fun with that. Maybe I'm gonna just put a couple little circles here, show some bubbles, right? And a great way to do the bubbles is you draw 1 circle like that, and then overlap it just a little bit. And when you overlap it, it gives it illusion of it that there's a couple there. And if you put just a couple small ones around, it really shows that it's underwater, right? And you can add other details in the background and all that good stuff like that. But what we're gonna do is, this is kind of the base of what we're gonna do the fish from here. And now we're gonna color this fish. And I got some colors also already selected out that I thought would be kind of fun to color. But if you need to get some markers and stuff to color yours, go ahead and get it now. But we're going to speed up that video for you right now. All right, friends, as we start to wrap it up, if you want to get out your little like fine tip markers, you can add any extra little details in here that you want to kind of just, maybe tighten up a line or do any sort of special thing that you would like to make yours a little different. You'll notice that I layered some different colors on top here, which, gives it a little bit of texture and adds a little extra details in there. You can do all that stuff too. You can, after we're done with this video, if you want to keep chugging along on this and doing some other things for it, go for it. Have some fun with this. The cool part about like an angelfish or any sort of thing like this is, it doesn't have to be like realistic colors. You can really have a lot of fun, pump up the colors on it, have some really, some fun with it and make it uniquely yours and something that you can be really proud of making yourself. Any extra less details that you want to put on there, feel free. Those things that you see me doing here is like little gray marker and it adds just a little drop shadow. It just gives it a little bit of pop up, right? A little bit of something like that. And last thing you guys need to make sure you do, make sure you sign your name on this so everybody knows who made this awesome piece of art. Now here's the thing, sometimes we can make mistakes. Sometimes no matter how hard we try, we can make mistakes and mistakes happen. Maybe when you were drawing this, you had a mistake happen yourself and you thought that you weren't good enough. And sometimes we say some really bad stuff to ourselves. But there's this thing called self-compassion. What that means is be cool with the fact that you're gonna make mistakes. Part of being human is that you aren't perfect. And that's just the way it is. I wish I could tell you that there was a way to change that, but there's not. You will make mistakes, whether it's drawing, or in life, or in math, or English. I make lots of mistakes. In fact, it took me so long to start drawing, or start to write, because I was so afraid to write because I have bad grammar. I'm not good at English. So, yeah, I just never wrote much. But then I decided, maybe I should just embrace this, and I started writing and cool stuff started happening. So maybe there's something that you do that when you make a mistake that you tell yourself that makes you feel like you're continually making mistakes. Maybe this time you change the way that you're thinking, maybe change the way that you say it, and instead of saying I can't, say maybe I don't know right now, but I'm cool with the fact that I am learning. And that's a really great way to give yourself some things called self-compassion. All right, Wonder Friends, until I see you, be the weird that you want to see in the world. See ya!
Hey Wonder Friends, I would love to see the art you create and feature it on one of my videos. With the help of an adult, take a photo of your finished art and post it on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Don't forget to tag me so I can find it. Hey, are you looking for a signed copy of one of my books? Check out my website, wondervillestudios.com, for books, t-shirts, mugs, and more. I also do loads of school visits and would love to hear from you about scheduling a visit. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out all the other fun drawing lessons. Until I see you, Be the weird you want to see in the world. See ya!